What's up, guys? Alex here. So I figured today it's still Sunday the 27th. But I figured I'm gonna be painting my my headliner tomorrow. I figured I'm gonna be doing that tomorrow anyway, so I might as well just take off the trim pieces. I did find something that I didn't think about prior when I had installed the vinyl wrap over the Osha handles. There was something I didn't take into account, and I will get to you on that in a minute. But I figured I would just, show you exactly what I got to do. So essentially, to get the headliner out, I'm not going to take the headliner out tonight. I'll do that tomorrow. Just because it's a big job, and I may need help tomorrow. I don't know. But I figured at the very least I could at least get it all started, get it all set up so that it'll be just pop out and then start on it. So that incorporates removing a lot of things. There are a few things I'm not going to remove. For example, I'm not going to remove my girlfriend's, actually the passenger side. I just say my girlfriend's because that's her seat. That's her seat, period. But anyway, I'm not going to remove her oh shit handle, just because, we go places and we're going to go somewhere tonight. So I'm not going to remove that because I know that she feels comfortable in that with having that option. So I figure while I'm at it, I might as well, at the very least, do a quick little tutorial as to how you get everything off. It's actually really simple. Pretty much, so with these guys, the Osha handles, I'll take you up close. So as you can see, this is the Osha handle on the driver's side. You just kind of get in there, if I can. Here, so you got to kind of finagle in there and just kind of pull at it. There we go. And then it's loose, and then kind of try and slide it over. Yes, I did also paint the covers, but as you can tell, the paint didn't exactly stay very well. That's why you need to sand it. I should have done it right the first time, but it's no big deal. I don't even see why the necessity of having an oh shit handle on the driver's side is really even there, because when you're driving, if you get in a car accident or need to stop, that's not something you do. That's kind of a dumb mistake on Subaru's part, in my opinion. But yeah, so like I said, you just kind of pull this off, and this one's much easier. And I'm going to actually push that down so it'll be easier to plop off. But you just kind of slide it, if it'll slide, well, anyway, you get the idea. You slide it off and just, pull it forward, and then take a screwdriver, it's a Phillips head, and get 2 on each side, and there's 4 of those. This guy is, just a coat hanger piece, but yeah, or clothing hanger. So that's what you do, just take those guys off, and then I'll show you the next step after I complete that. So the part that I was talking about, why there's a problem with the Osha handles, about something I didn't take into account, it's summer. Duh, when you're not in your vehicle, if say you're at work or whatever, or you're in a store, the heat is going to significantly impact the overall structural integrity of the adhesion between the vinyl wrap and your actual Osha handle. As you can see, it's just peeling right off. I've put this back on countless times and tried squeezing it back on. I think maybe the only thing I can think of that might actually slightly work is like some kind of overlap adhesive of some kind, but I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to fix that problem, but oh well, I'll just have to deal with it until, I could just take it off, but I don't want to paint it, because then it's just going to come off, as you can see here. That's why you need to sand it, just get it right the first time. I mean, it's hidden, so I'm not too concerned with it, but if it was visible, it would look like garbage. So just some food for thought. Throw that in the back. Let's see, and then I gotta get this guy, and then those guys. I don't know why that's on. Okay, now it's off. And then I will continue to do that, and probably just speed through this part. there's 3. So yeah, that's how you get those 3 out. And wow, just paint going everywhere. At least it's not on the actual caps. If it was on the actual caps, I'd be upset, but it's not. The caps are actually holding up pretty well. So, sweet. Okay, so that's it for the back seat. So I'm gonna come to the front and show you exactly how you got to take off the sun visors and how to take off that third visor. So like I was saying, you're gonna have to take off your third visor. This guy, that's what I'm calling it. You gotta take off that guy, and that one, I'm gonna keep the dome light and the I guess front headliner dome light. I don't know. I'm gonna keep the dome lights installed for now, just to keep this up. But I am gonna remove these. Like I said, I'm missing the screws for these guys. Kind of sadly just sitting there doing nothing, and I'm not very happy with the fact that I lost the screws. But yeah, so there's the 2 screws right here, and then there's the 1 screw right there. It just kind of sits in there, so when this is up, you got 1 screw right there, and you just undo that, and it just comes right out. So I'll do that really quickly. Same goes on both sides. It's not any different in any way. It's just the same situation. So. So for the third visor, I guess it's called, I'm not sure exactly what it's called. It's just got the 1 screw. Let me see if I can tilt that there. You can kind of see it. It's right there. It's this guy right here. That's pretty much it for now. I'm going to be working on the lights tomorrow, but other than that, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clips you gotta take out. There's that guy, and then I don't know if you can see in the back, but these little dimple looking things right there, right there, and then there's one right here. So you just take those off, and then you pull back on your A pillar, B pillar, and C pillar. You just pull back on those just so that you can get enough room. I mean, I recommend just taking them off because it'll probably be easier. But then you also have to probably pull out this trim piece a bit, because you can kind of see where there's that gap right here. It's like, woo, freedom. So that's pretty much all you really got to do to take those out. The hardest part is taking out this guy and this guy, because well, more than anything, it's just they've got these little recessed pieces right there and right there on this one, and then this one has them right here, and they have, like, I think it's 2 screws each to hold them in place, so you got to pull those out. So it's kind of annoying, especially if you don't want to damage your paint after you did a paint job, and then you're like, oh well, maybe I should just paint the roof too, you know, or the headliner too. But it is what it is. I'm also gonna try and attack that passenger side door. Got to figure out how I'm gonna have a solution for that. But for now, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll continue it tomorrow, and to you it'll only be a second, but to me it's gonna be like 10-12 hours. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Hey everybody, I'm back at it again. It's another day. To you guys it's only just a second, but it's another day to me. So, as I mentioned yesterday, I'm going to be completing the removal of my headliner, and we are going to be working on painting it. Because why not? I want to try and make it, you know, custom to what I like. Because, you know, why not? People may be like, oh, you're just doing rice mods. Dude, I'm driving an already tuned 2002 WRX, so I don't really have to do much to it. I mean, except for trying to figure out why it's not working properly. I mean, it works properly, it drives and everything, it just doesn't, it's not 100% proper. Like, the O2 sensor, it's still showing 0 voltage, and it's still showing misfire codes after doing the valve cover gaskets, so, I don't know. But, you know, change what you can, and, you know, accept what you can't for now. That's the way I see it. So, for now, I'm going to be getting this out of here and kind of probably clean it. It's not too terribly dirty, but it is going to be needed to be cleaned. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on removing the final pieces of everything. I got to take out the passenger Osha handle, the light in the back, so where is it? Right there. And then this one. Also got to take out the plug in the front, and then the 4 in the back. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that previously, but even still, just a reminder. So that's what we're going to do now. So that one was pretty easy to take off. I mean, they're all pretty easy to take off. The hardest part is taking off the lights, mostly because I don't want to damage the paint. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do that this time without damaging the paint. So as you can see, there's one spot right there and one spot right there. That was easy enough. So there's a screw right there and right there. That's how you get this guy out. There's a plug. There's the back side of it. Just undo this plug right here. Hold on. Undo that plug, and it should just come right out. So this one you just gotta get in right here. For some reason I thought you had to do all 4. I don't know why. But yeah, you just gotta get right in here. One screw. Oops. Right. One screw right here, and one screw right there. So there's the plug. It's kind of a pain to get to, because you have to, right in the little little centerpiece right here, right in there, you have to get something to kind of like push it out, because it kind of has a lip that locks in. So you got to do that, which is kind of a pain. Just get a picking tool if you have one. That might help the best. But also what I found is if you get like a flathead screwdriver and stick it right in here, and then kind of just gently pry it up, that'll help out. Got this plug. You get in the closest way, so you get into the closest to the front where the clip holds in place, and you get in there and kind of angle it so that you're going, so say this is the plug, you go angle like this, push in there, and then push down, and when you do that, you get behind that little lip that locks onto it, and that allows for you to pull it right out, and it'll slip right out, so it'll be pretty easy. So now I gotta undo this plug, which I'm gonna try and gently get the flathead under here, and gently try and just pull it right out. Don't do that, you'll break it. And there you go. It's one of those types. Kind of a pain. I don't like these ones. So as you can see, it's loose. It's ready to come out in the front. Well, with the exception of pulling out the A-pillars, which there's always a bee flying into my car. I don't know why they always like hanging out in my car. It's so weird. But that's exactly where I need to go, Mr. B. Or Miss B. Non-binary B. Oh, you're trying to hide in the shade, huh? Okay, I'll leave you alone, but don't try and sting me, okay? We can be bros. Yeah. So, anyway, since I can't do that because I don't want to bother the bee, I guess I'll just... So, since, I can't really do anything in there because it's trying to cool down, I think, I'm just going to go in the back and start working on that stuff. So we're in the back seat. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 connectors, or plugs, just like this. So what you want to do is you want to get your flathead screwdriver in between these guys. So when you do, because it closes like that, so close like that, you get it right in between here, and then pop it down. I'll see if I can do it. Pop it down like that, and then you just pop it out. It's actually pretty easy. I thought it was going to be worse than it is. So now, we have release. So 9/16 is a socket that'll work. See? We have liftoff. So if you're gonna do this, go through the front door. Just save yourself the hassle. I mean, it's gonna be a little bit annoying, but just get through the front door, because back doors don't have enough space. It's just gonna be easier. Make sure that if you have a removable steering wheel, you remove it, because that'll make it so much easier. And also, what I did was I put my my stick shift in 4th gear, so that it had enough room to just kind of glide right in there. And you want to try and twist it towards the front door. I don't know if you saw that, but yeah, definitely not the easiest thing to do. So I got my steamer right here. Ooh, hot. I got some ASC certified, these are tinted safety glasses. Got some gloves on, and the paint I'm going to be using is this Duplicolor vinyl and fabric special coating flexible finish, ideal for dashboards, door panels, seats, and carpet. It's I got the the flat black. It's this one right here. I got 2 of these. That should be enough. I shouldn't need more than that. But yeah, make sure you always wear a respirator of some kind of like safety mask, because the last thing you want to do is inhale all those fumes. I mean, unless you want to like get high and then, you know, choke up your lungs, then cool, do it, whatever. But I don't want to do that. I would much rather just, you know, not screw up my lungs as much as possible. So if you're gonna do this, get like 4 cans. So as you can see, there's still gray showing through. The top looks better. You can still see all the lines, but I'm not too worried about that. But you have to take it very slowly, very slowly. You have to go like. So it's starting to look pretty good. Here we go. Final can. Better make it count. So, what's next on the agenda? Hopefully, fixing my passenger side door handle. So, if you guys are not up to speed on what's going on with my passenger side door handle, a couple things here. First thing is that there's a very specific little plastic piece that your door handle, let me see if I can find what I did with it, this guy, sits into. So it has a screw that goes in through here, and when it goes in, it connects to this piece. Now this little plastic doohickey thingamajig, it sits right in here. Right up here in the top one. See, the problem I'm facing is it looks like it's been chewed quite a bit. but now it doesn't want to go inside and actually stay inside. So when this screws in, you can just boop, and it'll come off with it, and that's a problem. So what I have to do is figure out how I'm going to make it stay in place permanently without falling out or, loosening up when someone goes to pull on it to open the door. So that's where we're at now. And this is something that's been a problem for about a month and a half, but I haven't really figured out the source of the problem. So that's the first problem I have, or not the source of the problem, but the source of the solution. So that's the first step. Theory, I could put in a bigger screw, but I don't know how well it's actually going to work. It looks like it's had this problem for quite a while now. So, I mean, it's pretty dinged up, pretty scratched up. So that's my first problem. My second problem is, for some god-awful reason I am completely unaware of, only the right side of my car, the up and down button for the windows, doesn't work properly. So that's a problem as well. I don't know how to solve that. I've tried looking at the wiring looks fine. I'm thinking maybe the actuator itself is broken, or maybe it's got a faulty connection. I'm not sure what it is. Could be even a fuse and I haven't seen it yet. Not sure. But this car definitely has some wiring problems, or electronic problems. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get this guy to stay in there permanently, and also at the same token figure out how I'm going to make sure that the buttons work properly. So before I have actually taken this apart, there is one screw holding it in place, just so that, oh, that's actually not holding it in place. I stand corrected. So the actual connectors are right here. There's a screw in here. Apparently it's not the right one, but that's the screw. There's the screw hole in there, and it holds it in place down here. So that's pretty much the problem I'm facing, is how I'm going to get this to be solved. I'm going to figure it out. So I'm going to put my hand over here so I don't break anything. Looks like the wires are fine. I don't see any burn spots right here. It could be deeper down, but the lock and unlock button works fine. So it could very well be this piece, or even inside, maybe there's not an electrical connection connected to the actuator, but that wouldn't make sense either because I can do it on the driver's side. The back seat, it works like a third of the time as far as any button. So I've got to figure out what's up with that too. Passenger side, the rear passenger side will actually roll up and down, but sometimes it's like it's got a disconnect. It's like, what? So that's a problem. So that's another thing I have to figure out. I'm not seeing any problems with the wiring, so I'm not sure what it is, but that's neither here nor there right now. I've thought about painting these, but I'm not sure if I want to do that. I think it's time we put this thing back together. This might be a little bit more difficult than I anticipated before, but we'll see. So I hope this works out pretty well. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, so. I can see you, but you can't see me. So what I'm doing is I'm taking off the black plastic piece, I'm putting it in first, and then putting the white or gray one in. And I'll paint these later. Alright, I got it all back together. Except for these guys. Things, whatever. I don't know what to do with them. Still trying to figure out if I should go black or white. I'm thinking white because it'll deflect, but black because it'll look nice and clean. But this is what it looks like. All buttoned up back together. How about we do a little slow motion one? What do you think? I think that sounds like a great idea. that just about wraps this up. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more of me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like, and comment this video. Other than that, until next time.